am off to the Atmo Discord.
Good luck. Have
See
fun.
ya.
Thank you.
Good luck. Survive, Gilly. Survive.
Gamer Girl, I'm going to get Zol to record that now. All right, got a couple more minutes here. Get everybody in here, and then we'll start this party. All right, we're getting up on top of the hour. Corsair, you want to start this party?
I do. Welcome everybody to System 7 Race 1 and Race 2. Congratulations. You've beaten the qualifier and are now selected as one of the competing teams in this year's System 7. So well done. And today marks a landmark day for Ammo Esports where we're running 2 races in one day. It's something that we kind of dabbled with thinking about last year, but just with holidays towards June for some regions, this year we were trying to figure out a way to compress and find a way to handle this in a different way. So we are testing this out this year. If it works, that's great. If not, then we'll try something else in the future. But yeah, so today we are running 2 races. So bear with us again. Like, this is our first time. We are ready to do 2 races. We will be setting up race 2 while race 1 is occurring to make this as quick as possible. We've also set it on the same planet, sorry, so that we can move quickly to the next location. So hopefully all of those things will make the 2 races a little bit quicker than usual. So with that said, like we usually say, please just respect the staff and other races. We want to keep this a nice and friendly environment. So if anyone has any issues or disputes with anyone, just try to keep calm about it. We can talk about it later and debrief on it. If it's immediately an issue, all the staff are here to try and help with that issue. Let's try and get through it in a calm manner. We've got a couple of people from the European region and Mexico as well that may need some assistance getting set up, so we will help them with that as well. In regards to the parties and the quantity of team members in the party, today should be pretty good, but we are going to try and get the primary drivers obviously in the party first. Secondary drivers, also depending on what you're doing for race 2, are also going to be included. But then any other team members will be, basically on top of that if we can keep the cap of the party below 80. I think we'll be totally fine this week. We've got a different setup for security, so it's kind of a little bit of a smaller server setup. But we are trying to keep that cap at 80 so that we can definitely launch the server real quickly. 80 is like the soft cap of safety when it comes to launching servers, according to CRG. So we'll keep it below there just to try and make all of our lives easier without any, when we try to launch into server, it just prevents us when we are trying to push it to 100. So we will try and stay below 80. With all that said, thank you for listening. Fordsworth is going to take over here and give you a much more detailed information on the 2 races ahead. So please listen up. I am your server leader. I have already sent out party invites. I'm doing race 2 party invites now. So if you haven't got your race 2 invite, if you're a driver for race 2, you're just about to get it. But race 1, most of the race 1 drivers should already be in. So just make sure you're in menus and keep an eye out for that. And then I'll pass you over to Fordsworth.
All right, perfect. Well, everybody, welcome to race 1 and 2. Race 1 is going to be River Canyon Chaos, and second race is going to be Cold Snap Speedway. I'll go through each race individually in a moment. I'm just going to go over some of the generals here real quick. If you have not already, please make sure that your imprint is set at New Babbage. This is going to be very important for when we get to race 2, because once race 1 is over, we do not want you getting on a ship. We do not want you flying back. We don't want you trying to run across the entirety of Microtech. Backspace, back to New Babbage. Get your new vehicle. If it's a different racer, great. You didn't have to go anywhere. But just get back to New Babbage, load up back onto the C2. We'll get going right away onto race 2. So please make sure that you're set at New Babbage so that we can use the Backspace Express. The biggest thing for today is Big M's going to be your main communications guy for racers. Obviously, we've got a lot to do on the backside with both setting up the tracks and running the race itself. But Big M he's your guy. He's our comms guy. He'll be in communication with you. He's also going to be the one transporting the racers in his C2 to the track. So he's got a comm line to me. You got a comm line to him, and we will make sure that the communication flows smoothly. So basically, the plan for both races is pretty much as follows. You're going to spawn at New Babbage. You'll make your way to the New Babbage garage. Pull out the appropriate vehicle. As a reminder, Dragonfly is going to be for race 1. And the Apollo Nox, the default variant only, is going to be for Cold Snap. So you'll grab those vehicles, load them up into the waiting C2, and then we will shuttle you over to the appropriate track that we are going to be running. Oh, I lost my spot. Okay, so yeah, so then moving on, the only last thing that'll be general is countdown. You should all be able to see the 2954 S7 tourney chat. It's going to be a bit above this stage. That is where the countdown will take place. You will get pinged out the wazoo for it, so you shouldn't miss it. But that will be the place to look for the countdown. There we will also be verbally doing that countdown on stream. There is going to be a delay on stream, so if you're going to use that, be aware. YouTube does have the least amount of lag. We do stream on both YouTube and Twitch, and YouTube's a good place. But yeah, again, don't rely on it. We will also have a ship taking off when that timer reaches 0 as kind of our green light to start the race. But yeah, but the best thing to do is look at that 2954 S7 tourney chat. Look there. That is where the countdown will be. Feel free to open it up in a phone or a tablet if you need a second screen and you have your team text chat open or something like that. On to race specifics. Race 1. As I've already said, you'll load up into the C2 with your dragonflies. You'll make your way to the start line. There will be a carrack parked on the start line. That is our marker for the start line. You can use this as a place to get food and drinks. I believe we attempted to preload some if you need them. But do not set your spawn on the carrack. You can use the med bed to replenish your food and water if needed. Again, refreshments should be provided, so you shouldn't have to do that. But do not set your spawn. Again, we're going to be backspacing back to New Babbage after the race is over. Please do not set your spawn. We'll get everybody lined up. If you did not do this track last year, we're just going to do one big line. So starting from basically the nose of the carrack, going all the way across, we'll just line everybody up in one big line. This is kind of a plateau, so there's kind of a drop off, and we're basically just going to line you up and then throw you over the edge. So we'll just do one big start. We're not going to do a grid or anything for that race. Just one big line, and you guys are off. We've already got the countdown method. Once you guys disembark a C2 is going to head back to New Babbage. So as soon as you rapidly disassemble your bike in a fantastic fashion of racing, you can just immediately get your Nox and load it onto the C2. Big M's going to head right back to New Babbage after we get the start line sorted and get everybody in position. Pretty much all for race 1. Just get the bikes, line them up. Race 2 is a much smaller track, and this is going to be your Nox. This is actually before I get there, last thing for race 1, it is a 5-lap race. Everything today is 5 laps, so both courses are 5 laps. Second race, C2 will also transport you to this race once everybody's been respawned back into Babbage. We'll make sure everybody's loaded up. We'll transport you to race 2. This is a heat race. The heats are posted in the tournament info, race System 7, race 1 and 2. I will repost those when we get closer to race 2. After race 1 is finished, I will repost those in the 2954 S7 tourney chat, but if you need to reference them now, you can do so in the tournament info chat. There are 4 heats randomly chosen. Those 4 heats will then be turned into a winner's feat and a runner's-up feat, and those will then decide all of the places and points that you get. So all in total, we are going to have 6 heats. Each of those heats will be 5 laps per heat, and just be aware of what heat you're in so we can efficiently move everybody through as quickly as we can, because we're trying to run 2 races today. We need to keep things moving, and heats just slow stuff down. But that's pretty much it. It's just 2 racetracks, line them up, race, and some heats. Pretty simple. Do we have any questions?
If you have a question, please use the raising your hand feature, and I will get you up here. Renlos, you're up.
Hey, so my question is, since we are backspacing, will there be any like gear recovery, or will anybody be doing that, or will we be able to do that after both races?
You're welcome to do it after both races. I can see if somebody can stay behind at track 1. But we can't really guarantee it. We're trying to move things along as best we can. And that's really all we can say. I mean, don't wear really expensive gear, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks.
Yep.
Anyone else? Dexter.
You know, you can just hit the big button on the bottom, Dex.
Yeah, one thing I know. One thing, guys, if you have gear and don't want to lose it, on start line I will be in Pisces medical, so you can store that gear in my ship. I must, transport myself normally to next start line, so it can be
Perfect.
saved.
Yeah, so that works. Yeah,
Karak
but
also will be, flying back. It will not backspace. So
yeah, so
problem
we
is
can.
you must backspace because you must, claim next vehicle for next race. So it take time, to.
Yeah, so if you want to keep your gear offloaded onto a staff ship, and then backspace, but we do not have time for you to basically fly back with the staff because we need you guys to claim your next vehicle and get it loaded and moving. So, because race 2 will already be set up way before we are done with race 1.
To answer the question in chat, once you are either finished or eliminated from race 1, you will immediately spawn your vehicle for race 2 and load it up onto the waiting C2. There's gonna be no delay, right back to back. Gilly, you're up.
In the event that some of the people did not get the ship on their account that they need for the race, will some staff be there to provide those vehicles? Like, say you don't own a Nox and the Nox wasn't given you from CIG.
Nox is available in game, isn't it?
Yeah, I just use that as an example. Like, I know
Yeah.
you can rent one at New Babbage, but like, say that someone doesn't have a Dragonfly, or say it's not recalling from the garage for some reason because Star Citizen's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Last year, obviously entering into System 7, having the vehicles is a pretty large requirement, but we did help people with vehicles when required if we have enough time and someone can bring a Nox out for you. It's just that it has to be transported to both these locations, so we'll have to be pre-prepared. We can. It depends on how many people want to do it. That's where it becomes a problem. But if it's reorganized, then we're happy to help with that. If we just have to get one Nox today, we can definitely do that. That's
Yeah, I've got at least one, but yeah, the best thing is going to be to if you can rent one, rent it for now. If the CIG stuff hasn't gone through, which obviously probably hasn't. So see if you can rent one if you can. If not, we'll do our best. We don't have anybody set aside for it, but we'll do our best to try to get vehicles to people that need them.
Yeah, I have one rented. I guess I should have worded it better. In the event that like you go to recall a vehicle and the garage function's just not working for any players.
We'll deal with it. That'll be that goes, and then we'll deal with it when the time comes.
Yeah, like I said, Big M will be your point of contact. He'll be watching and in communication with all you guys. So just talk to him, and we'll work it out if it comes up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, like if there's a garage close, it's quick. But there is at the start. Once this is started, there's no real quick close garages here at these two locations. So that's the only problem. If there's a garage quick, yeah, like it's easy. But this is a transport one, so we just have to be.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to go over, if something breaks at the spaceport, we have to go over to the commons. We can, but
yeah,
we'll deal with that when the time comes. Chaos, you're up. You are muted, sir.
My bad. Yeah, for spotting the ground vehicles at New Babbage, you spoke of the garage, but are we speaking of the garage that's integrated with the spaceport, or the other ones that's off to the side near the city?
The primary, we'll be using spaceport. Spaceport, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the Commons only got one spawn point. We clog that up real fast.
I will do my best to park the C2 as close to the exit as can, but in the past I've had to park it at a little ways so I can have a clear LZ.
All right, thanks.
Perfect.
Herbie, you're up.
Cheers, Mud. Just wanted to make sure there's no issue with Gerbo joining a little late. He'll be well before race 1 finishes, in time for race 2, if that's no issue.
Just get him in the server. Like have him join on you. That's about the only hurdle I can't control. After that, yeah, we'll just make sure we'll get him in the party when we got a sec. So
Yeah, I've just invited Gerbo
Yeah, well, he says Gerber's gonna be late, so we'll probably have
Oh,
started
okay.
race one
Sure,
by
sure,
then.
sure.
Yeah,
think
but
what-
like the race one is 5 laps, it'll be a minute. So if he can just get into the server before race two, that'll be fine. But I just can't like. He's got to get in the server. That's the
Yeah,
only problem.
Herbie, I'll keep an eye out. It's the only person I'm missing, so it should be pretty easy,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah. I'll be joining the server just in case it does fill up and it needs the
Okay.
slot. That way I can drop out and it'll be able to get on no issue. So
Beautiful.
it'll
All
be,
right, I'll
it'll be
put you in.
fine.
Yep.
For
Well,
all communication, guys, you have our text channel for tournament chat. So if you have any request, just ping for server joining, and it will be good.
Yeah, I just
I-
invited you, Herbie. So
cheers, bud. That was it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I also have a direct line to everybody in the control room, so I even have a direct whisper to Corsair if I need it. So,
Yep.
Alrighty, Comworth, you're up.
On the first race in the return, going to join the river. What happened? There will be one ship not to point.
There should be a cargo container there.
Yep,
Or-
it'll all be all cargo containers except for the start line.
And
That'll
And
have-
on the return to join the
Yep.
river.
Yep.
We have to go around that one. Or
Let me look at the map here real quick, so I don't give you a bad answer. Give
okay,
me a second.
on first race, you
Yeah.
must go around first container,
That's right,
around
that's right.
second container, and in front of third. So basically, first container and second you have on your left, and third container on your right.
okay. And the second one is what happened if I fly the zone. I have to land in the return to take around the ship to get into the river, or I have to land, or I can fly it.
No, the container to get into the river, you need to go around the container. So the container needs to be on your left the entire time.
But what happened if I fly over?
Yeah, you must fly. You do not stop. You basically run over.
There's no problem there.
Yeah.
Okay, just the don't cross over.
Yeah, just try to keep your line outside on the outside of that container. But if you fly over it, yeah, as long as you're not way out of bounds, we're not gonna.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any last questions? Cool. One last thing for everybody. The biggest thing today, especially since we are on hoverbikes, is keeping track of who explodes. So if you do explode and you can confirm that you're dead, please put something in the tourney chat where the countdown, everything else is going to be, just so we can confirm, okay, hey, that's who blew up, so that we can mark you accordingly on our timesheets and everything. So if you could help us out in that regard, that would be fantastic.
And one thing, I don't know if it was mentioned, but for first race it's no problem because you all start from at once, so it's no problem. But for second race, when we run hits, you will be transporting C2, and please, if you leave C2, do not go too far from C2, okay? C2 will be in a safe spot, and idea is to not go too close to track and interfere with other racers during their run.
Anybody in this chat know of or needs an invite to party to just watch? I'm pretty sure I've got all the races for 1 and 2, apart from a couple, but that's okay. But is there anyone in addition to want to be included? I did invite some extra people already. Hopefully I have everybody. But you can text it in the briefing chat there if you like. But otherwise, yeah, I've got everybody, guys. So, Boards and Big M, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I think we are. Anybody last ones get on? Otherwise than that, I think we're good.
All right.
Yep.
All hands
Alright,
prepare for
go,
all
guys.
hands prepare for launch then.
Just kick the tires and light the fires.
Alright, guys. Good luck today. We'll see you in there.
I'm heading up to the
Alright.
lounge. I'll be coordinating in there. I'll let you know when the C2 is ready for loading.
We will be launching into an EU server, like usual. Alright, guys. We're just gonna do that in here for the launch, or are we heading back to?
Whatever.
Alright. I'm gonna launch now.
All right, heading upstairs.
Alright, you guys can catch Big M in the tournament lounge if you need to chat about your launch.
Yep, we've gotten pulled, so everybody you can head up there, and we'll get you organized on the start line, and then you're free to move down to your channels after the start line has been established.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Hi everybody.
Hello.
Careful, doors are now closing.
shouldn't have to say this, but I'm going to say this anyway for your own safety. Please do not get approach the C2. It isn't until it's on the ground. Thank you.
The decisions are you, right?
I'll let you know when I'll let you know when I'm on the ground and ready to receive people. Also, please enter from the rear of the C2. The rear of the C2, please. Thank you.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. For the latest updates on ship availability and gate timings, please use one of the conveniently located terminals. Your insurance claim has been sent. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Vehicle selected. Remember, stand back. Your vehicle has been on. Careful watch on all personnel. Ready to upgrade? Located in the plaza, the factory line, all Microsoft latest offerings.
Oh.
Jordi. ¿Ahora qué?
All right, everybody, I'm on the ground. I'm just going to make sure I'm safe. Everything is safe to load. Just give me 1 second before you approach the C2. All right, gentlemen, once I'm out of the way, we are open for business. Come on in. Please pull all the way up to the front. We have 16 bikes to load on this bitch. So let's get let's be safe, but be cozy. Hey, Chitop, wrong bike, wrong bike. This is Dragonfly. You crop. It's Dragonfly, not Nox for this race.
Whoops, my bad.
I knew it was gonna be somebody. That's why I stand down here and watch.
I swear I heard we were loading both at the beginning. That's my fault.
I wish. Make my life a lot easier.
Jordi, solo voy a llenar primero la Dragonfly. Las van a ser más adelante.
Remless, you got about another meter you can move up if you want. Yeah, you look good right there, sir.
Okay, yo nada más te sigo.
Okay. Jenra, can you pull up even with Remless's nose, please? You just scooch up like half a meter. Circo, could you come up about a meter, please? Yep, you're good. Put her down. We got everybody? We got one more coming. We got one more coming.
Just my 6.
Whitehawk, come up a little more, please. Put her down. We got everybody?
That's 13 right now.
Not yet. Ice is coming in.
On there, the C2 now.
Ice, you might want to come up about. You might want to come up about half a meter there. They're good. Put it down.
Okay.
Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
Here's 15 coming in. And then we should need one more.
All right, Calm. Can you kind of try to move into where I'm standing right now?
Yeah.
And pull up. Pull up. Yep, you're good. Come down. Bring it down.
It's fine in there.
You're
Not crashing with.
You might want to slide like one button push to the right, or over this way.
Yeah.
Yep, you're good. Put it down. Oops. All right.
Yeah, a little to the right side. No.
Nice. There we go.
Yeah, it's fine.
Nice, nice. I love you guys. We got one more coming.
Our teammates are going to be in the car, right?
This is no, this is racers only in here, so I don't know where the teammates are going.
I think he means race 2 teammates.
Race 2 teammates can either
Jerk.
stay here or go in the. I don't know. I don't think they want. I think they only want staff in the Carrick though.
Ah.
So he can leave until this race.
Whatever works. If you want to hang out at New Babbage, that's fine because we're gonna load back. I'm gonna come back here to load. So.
Okay, thank you. Hola, Jordi. Si quieres puedes salir del juego y esperar con Jason en otro server, no pasa nada.
Sería mejor que espere en New Babbage en vez de salirse del juego, por si acaso que ocupes algo, ya está en el juego.
Sí, me voy a quedar aquí en New Babbage.
Dale.
Dale, gracias, Coman. Gracias, Calzar.
Gracias, Calzar.
Sí, claro.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jay. Just wishing you luck on those race today. It's gonna be fun watching you over Twitch.
Thank you.
Have fun, everyone.
Is Jordy the only one we're waiting on, or? Nope. Who are we waiting on?
Here's my teammate for the second race.
Who are we waiting on for this race?
Check the names.
Stand by. I'm gonna go check my roster here real quick. I know I got Questar in here. I see Ludox in here. I see Flex in here somewhere. Yep. I see Chaos in here. I see Luce in here. I see Renlos in here. I see Circo in here. I see Azon in here, I think. Yep, he's right in front of me. Azon is up there. Jaken's in here. I think I saw him. Yep. Check Leaks in here. Comworth's in here. Isotope's in here. Is Maxane in here? Yep, there he is. Eraser's in here. You're literally right in my face. Yinra is in here. Whitehawk is the one we're missing, I think. No,
No,
Whitehawk
Whitehawk's
is
here.
So it looks like we have everybody. Anybody who should be on the C2 who's not? Going once, going twice, closing her up.
Guys, for the race one, where is the ship? Because my friend in the spaceport.
We should be right off to the
Lush 8.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Lush 08.
Oh, I thought I saw him in here. Okay, he's not here. We should be right off to the. If you once you pull your. You should see we're right off to the left side.
Stand by.
Look for all the party markers.
Yes. There's also a random Cillian sitting like 50 meters behind me.
Ready to upgrade? Located in the plaza, the factory line has all of Microtech's latest offerings. To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity. From the best in shopping, dining, and entertainment, be sure to visit New Babbage's renowned promenade. Be sure to explore all New Babbage has to offer. Whether it's the latest in cutting-edge technology or the beauty of our award-winning gardens,
Please
the city
visit
of
us again.
tomorrow has a lot
Goodbye.
going on today. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by. From all of us at Microtech, welcome to the New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport. From all of us at Microtech, welcome to the New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport. Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Tired of travel? Why not rest at the Nest's newly renovated accommodations? Located
Well, at least he knows if he kills the pilot while he's pulling in, he's disqualified.
Stand by. Looking for a good time? Be sure to visit Wally's Bar at the Promenade. Only a quick ride on the Metro Loop. For the latest updates on ship availability and gate assignments, please use one of the conveniently located terminals. Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items. From all of us at Microtech, welcome to the New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport.
Sorry, it's possible to have a French translator, please?
Tired of travel? Why not rest?
One second.
Newly renovated accommodation.
Okay, thank you.
Located downtown in the luxurious Aspire Grand. Please visit us again.
Or Chaos, can you take care of this? Or I'll go get our guy.
Me?
I mean, I'll go get our French guy. Give me a second.
I can speak French. What's up? Sorry, I was AFK.
What was the question from whoever needed French?
Ok. En gros, j'ai Luche 08 qui fait partie de la première course et il ne sait pas où il faut aller en fait. Il n'arrive pas à rejoindre les gens.
Il est-tu dans le serveur?
Ouais, il est dans le serveur.
Il faut qu'il aille sur le garage du Spaceport. Après
Ok,
ça,
Luche.
il va dans les. il se fait spawner son véhicule terrestre à partir des garages là-bas. Puis il va
Ouais.
pouvoir sortir puis rentrer dans le C2. Le C2, il est parqué
Ok.
juste à la sortie.
D'accord.
Il est-tu dans le
Si,
call
c'est au
avec-
spaceport. C'est au spaceport, Luche. C'est qu'il trouve pas le truc du garage en fait.
Quand tu montes des escaliers, tu bifurques mettons, tu bifurques vers la gauche. Quand tu continues de monter, à ta droite, il y a les places pour faire spawner les vaisseaux. Mais continue au bout, tu montes un petit palier d'escalier, puis à ta gauche, ils sont là, il est marqué Surface Entrance ou Surface Exit, quelque chose comme ça.
Ah.
Il est-tu dans le call ici?
Ouais.
Dis-y de streamer son écran, on va pouvoir les guider.
Ouais. Spawn ta moto. Fais spawn ta moto et ensuite tu iras au C2 directement à la sortie du garage, tu verras. Tu peux stream ton écran aussi, Luche, pour qu'il puisse voir et qu'il puisse t'aider.
He's spawning his vehicle right now. He was having trouble finding our vehicle spawn point at the spaceport.
I speak enough French to figure that out.
Alright, good.
Thank you for your help, guys.
Be advised, I just got word from Fords that they are currently clearing the racetrack, so it might be a minute.
Il doit charger sa moto ou pas dans le C2?
Oui, il faut qu'il la charge dans le C2.
Ok, d'accord, pas de souci. Il arrive, c'est bon. It's good, he come in the C2. C2, sorry.
I see him.
He's coming here.
Sorry guys, I need to move a little bit because it's something moving. It's not good.
Take your time. Take your time. They're clearing the track right now, so it's gonna be a minute anyway. This is be safe stage. We don't want anything. We don't want an explosion in the C2.
Okay, maybe more now. Good.
Put her down. All right, closing the door. All right, returning to the flight deck.
Yes, too good to go for Luche. Thank you, guys.
I love working with professionals on these loading ops.
Yeah, it went well.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been sent.
For those who haven't done a System 7 or any other event where I've flown cargo, I am incredibly cautious, so. We're going to take our time getting up in the air.
Good.
I don't want anything happening down there.
We appreciate that.
Because there was actually one Grey Cat Ultra where I did crash and kill everybody.
Yeah, let's not have a repeat.
Thankfully, out of all the races, this is my easiest LZ of the season, so.
Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been. Please visit.
All hands prepared for quantum. Engaging quantum hop the Tressler. Preparing for quantum to orbital marker.
Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
Quantum into AO.
From all of us at Microtech, welcome to the new Babbage Inter-7 Race 1. Looking for a good time? Be sure to visit Wally Spa at the promenade. Only a quick ride on the metro route.
Be advised, AO is dark. AO is dark.
From the best in shopping, dining, and entertainment, be sure to visit New Babbage's renowned promenade. For the latest updates on ship availability and gate assignments, please use one of the conveniently located terminals. Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity.
I'll let you know when we're on the ground.
Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items. Looking for a good time? Be sure to visit Wally
We're
Spa
5 clicks out.
Only a quick ride on the metro route.
get an invite for Gerbo, please?
All right, Joe boys, we are down. Coming down to open the doors. The Carrack and the start line should be on our left when you pull out. Everybody, when I open the doors, please line up between the nose of the Carrack and Corsair's party marker, please. Opening doors now.
For the latest updates on ship availability and gate assignments, please use one of the conveniently located terminals.
All right, let me get out of the way. You are cleared to depart.
Be sure to explore all New Babbage has to offer. Whether it's the latest in cutting-edge technology or the beauty of our award-winning gardens, the city of tomorrow has a lot going on today.
Can't get enough, huh?
Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity. Tired of travel? Why not rest at the Nest newly
Go ahead, guys.
renovated accommodation, located downtown in the luxurious Sapphire Grand. For the latest updates on ship availability and gate assignments, please use one of the conveniently located terminals. From the best in shopping, dining, and entertainment, be sure to visit New Babbage's renowned promenade. From all of us at Microtech, welcome to the New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport. Remember, your belongings belong to you.
Can we go to team channels now?
Careful watch on all personal items.
Yeah, you should be good. If I need you, I'll come get you.
Good luck, everybody.
Remember, just between me and Corsair and the nose of the Carrack.
Belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
No further forward than me.
Iris, do you want to get our channel set up?
Welcome to the New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport.
Yeah, the dog. What's it called? The copium or something? The copion, koi pond.
The copers are us. We're the copers. I had to make that.
There
joke.
we are.
I believe it is. Yes, the copion is the dog, and the marok is the bird.
The contract will be on the
Tony
Tony chat, no?
The subreddit has dubbed it,
Correct.
and I'm in love with it. It is
Okay,
the
thank
Turbo
you.
Pelican. You can't change it. That's what it is.
I wonder if it drops turbo pelican gullets or something. I just need like a Final Fantasy. No, sorry. I just need like a World of Warcraft quest of like go collect 10 copion fangs or something.
I do wonder how it's all gonna be. I mean, like when we
Ludox,
got
can you
these
back up about 10
surface
meters, please?
collectibles and stuff, being
Tournament
able to
launch,
loot things like the Degnos
all
route and stuff.
racers.
Like you could walk
Ransom
around
Mike, you are,
a riverbank
you
for
must
4
go
hours
back
and not
at
find a single one.
Ludox,
I do
go
wonder
back at
how
I
creature
got him. I
distribution's
got
gonna
him.
be
I got
like,
him.
though. I mean, I do hope there's gonna be a lot more than things like
Ludox,
Degnos
a little
route and
more,
stuff.
please.
Yep.
Qualified.
Now, I
Can't
do want to talk a little
please
bit, guys,
be
about
on
who
mute.
you are going to be
Someone.
seeing over the course of the next, well, essentially 2 months. These are the people that actually qualified last time we were here. So we have Team
Alright.
Punch Nomies, Team Blackhawks, and Team Amarok Svang.
Yo,
Anyone
White,
who's
can
been
you back up?
watching the S7 for a couple of years now will know these
Back off
teams.
a
They
little bit.
qualified last year as they were the top 3
Nice.
teams to finish.
Racers,
They smashed it
you
last
must
year.
be online.
In
That's
addition,
right.
you guys are going to be
Created
seeing
by
Least
Corsairship
Motorsport or Last
and
Motorsport.
Karak.
I'm not 100% sure how that's pronounced. I'll have
So
to,
if you
I'll
are
have to ask them.
too far
Premier
forward,
Core Colonial, Star Prime Racing, Capcom
must move
Alpha,
fast.
Garden Racing, which I'm very excited to see them.
Nobody should be in front of me.
Wildcards Racing, Altera, Delta Dietus, Venture
Okay.
Origins, Argo Navis, AAWA Drunken Turtle Racing, Evaria SPG Racing. So a lot of these teams are
Looking good,
return
Dex.
teams
Okay.
from the last couple of
Teams,
years, but
we
we do
need,
still have quite a
from
bit of
you
fresh blood that I'm very
confirmation
excited to check out.
if you are ready.
Other than the first 3
So,
teams,
Garden
who are
Racing
excited
ready.
to watch over the
Oh.
course of the next 2
No,
months.
guys.
Well,
guys.
I mean,
I
we did
asked
see
him
so many
and
teams
you
rock
answer,
up
okay?
at the
Drunken
qualifiers,
Turtle,
and of course
Racing.
we had Punch Nomies, Blackhawk, and
Ready.
Amarok Fang show us exactly
Garden
why it
Racing.
is that they got to
Ready.
buy into this
Amarok
competition.
Spank.
But I am looking forward to seeing what Least Motorsports does because, I mean,
They're in team
when they
channels.
came in there, they came to party with a 15-4-8.
Big
They
M,
beat
check
Punch
them.
Nomies, you know, like our team to watch. I
Less
think that they're going to
Motorsport.
be a very lethal team
Ready?
indeed. But yeah,
Delta
as for
Diadas.
today, I'm not too sure what to expect. This is our first time watching these guys go Gravlev, but I am looking forward to seeing how Punch Nomies does for race
Capcom.
2, considering that Gerber
ready.
the Gnome is
Capcom
one
Alpha.
of the races of SCR that
Capcom
helped
is
put that
ready.
track together. So I mean, like, there's a lot of
Novak
pressure on them.
Racing.
I believe they also have the fastest time
Ready.
on that track too, at least posted for time trials. So
Vulture
yeah.
Origins.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, it should be a very interesting one to watch.
Wildcards
I'm glad you
Racing.
did mention Gerber there, because Gerber is also one of our. We've got a bunch of teams of groups of 4 this year, a lot more than we have had previously as we changed the.
I'll go get
rules
him.
to
Yeah, I get him.
qualifiers this year.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see just how much we get into the aspects of.
Evaria.
Do you have a favorite? Just is someone on your team dedicated to Gravlev? Someone dedicated
Corps
to
Colonial.
PTV racing, that sort of thing. And
Ready.
in that example, in Punch Nomies,
Black
Quelsar
Hawk.
is actually going to be our
Ready.
racer for the
Argo Navis.
for the first race today, as far as I can tell. So an
I'll
amazing
drop
racer,
off too much ammo.
but someone that we only
It's
really
possible.
barely got to see over
Punch
the course of the
Nomis.
last,
Quelsar, you ready?
last couple of practice runs.
Yes, ready.
Not
Star
100% sure
Prime
how they're going to go
Racing.
on Gravlevs, but if
Star Prime ready.
the official
SPG Racing.
race
Ready.
times for the Arena
Okay.
Commander Gravlays or anything to
Remaining
go,
teams
Gravel
ready.
races are anything to
Okay,
go by,
remaining teams ready. Okay,
still not
thank you
going to be
guys very
someone
much.
that you
All right, I'm clearing the start line. Returning to C2.
Yeah, I mean, we actually have a list here of the favorite vehicles of each team. So not necessarily each individual team member, but like, I suppose maybe each team captain. But I was just watching this, and I didn't realize how many new racing teams we have for the System 7 this year. I mean, we have Argo Navis, Everia, Garden Racing, Least Motorsport, Novak Racing. We have over half of these contestant teams here are new to the System 7. It's going to be really
new
cool
to
to
the
see
System
how
7,
they fare.
but not new to racing. I think there's been
Right.
a really big sort of push towards people joining these kinds of racing events ever since we got the Arena Commander support for racing, and then now that we've got specifically Gravlev Arena Commander support for racing, it's just pushing people into this stuff more and more, which is awesome, because I love watching people come into these more and more organized events, especially when they're a team like, for example, Garden Racing, who have proven that they are really, really good at things like the Daymar Rally, but then bringing that down into a more concise, a more advanced racing league, and then trying to put their stuff out is great. So I'm hoping that they're sort of my team this year that I'm really hoping perform well in the S7, that we then see literally every single year. I'm definitely not biased because I love
Can we
Space
not be
Radio,
tanking
not at all,
people's frames
but-
with no space tanking?
Definitely not. No, of course not.
Definitely
No.
not. I've never once. Who? Space? I've never heard of that guy. So yeah, I'm loving watching all of these new teams. So welcome to all these new teams. Welcome to all new viewers of the System 7. It's exciting. It's exciting.
100%. Yeah. So we're almost good to go. You can see all the racers there lined up. Only one Dragonfly Yellow Jacket. Only one racer out there showing just how much of an old head they are with the original concept skin of the Dragonfly there.
I believe that makes you go faster, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I mean,
if you use skins,
Mhm.
it is guaranteed your Dragonfly goes faster.
It's
I think I
just
see
how
like
it
a
is.
few pirate ones in there because the pirate one's like very similar. It's just got like a little bit of
Alright.
red on it. Looks like we're about
Yeah.
2 minutes away from the start of the race. I'm ready, Maya, when it's there. I'm watching.
Welcome to Advanced Setup. The Yeti JX is a premium mic with advanced capsule technology and RGB lighting power. But wait, it gets even better with not one, but 2 Litra Beam LX lights.
The mantra for today is no me importa. That means I don't care. That means I do what I want to do. I live my life the way I want to live it. Woo!
This spring is the perfect time to get away. With a great deal on your favorite Hyundai model. All backed by America's best warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to your journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get in and get away now before
Missions
these deals
incoming.
are gone.
Box missions incoming.
Lease the Tucson for $259 a month, or get 0% APR or up to $1,500 bonus cash. Hurry, offers end soon.
Day it is. At least like they've timed how long each day is on every planet.
Countdown
then
is beginning.
They've I'm there. Hello?
There you are. Hello.
Hello. Do
Can
you
you
hear
hear us?
me? I hear
do
you.
Hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
I hear you.
That's good then.
Are we
Maya,
good? Are we
Maya
safe?
having problems. Maya having audio problems for the first time in like 7 years. Today.
How dare you.
Specifically
How-
today, because that's the way. Look, if that's the worst thing that happens today, that's pretty good.
All right.
Here we
fingers
go,
crossed.
ladies and gentlemen.
Let's not jinx things.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And then we have the little awkward delay as we wait for the,
That was pretty fast.
There
That
we
was
go.
almost, yeah, that was on cue for me. You've got your Australian latency there, but like that was bang on the money there for me. And there they are. But yeah, as I was saying before, maybe I was cut off there. But yeah, like it is in the dead of night. So there's an added element of danger here for sure, because, you know, maybe perhaps not every single racer has necessarily mapped out where every single tree, rock, and, well, soon to be Copion and a bird flock is going to be. But yeah, look at this. It's like a little constellation of fireflies just flying across the terrain there. It's eerie.
that actually looks really darn cool.
Yeah.
I am a little surprised by that. Hopefully that's some desync that we're watching of the whoever's currently in last place there, and they didn't get stuck in a tree. I've been stuck in many Microtech trees, and unfortunately that tends to be the sort of giveaway of what's going on there. So we're going to get some updates on where all of the positions of our races are throughout these. These are guys are going to be going through 5 laps for race number 1, and this, as we sort of showed you guys a little bit earlier in the racetrack, this entire first, really like almost half of the distance of the track is a straightaway just over some very small hills, just a few small little bits of trees that you got to avoid as well there that we can see in the bottom right. But for the most part, this is the easy part. It's once you get into the river that it starts to get really rough.
That's right. It does look as if our little timer up there is updating every now and then with who's in first, who's in second. At the very least, it's tracking that. We currently have Amarok's Fang and SPG going neck and neck over there, with Blackhawks entering the fray as well. But yeah, it's just a really cool, chill straightaway. Obviously, there are some obstacles that to watch out for. There are trees in the way too. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they fare once they turn into that bend and go into the river.
Yeah, it's really the drop that'll get you. The river itself is obviously a lot more dangerous. I'm sure a lot of people here have tried to drive or fly sometimes into rivers and can know just how deadly it can be. Even in the Dragonfly, still going to be extremely deadly, but at least that has the bonus of in these sections surviving for quite a bit longer. But yeah, once you get onto the river, it's a lot safer. You really just comes into, you just don't want to smash around into too many turns too quickly. If you have participated in the Arena Commander Gravlev races and you've done, I'm trying to remember what it's called there, but it is this race essentially. It is River Canyon Chaos.
Yes.
You will notice. If you go too fast, you're going to constantly send yourself into the wall. So don't do that in an instance like this where respawns aren't really a thing.
True. I mean, like, that's kind of what separates Arena Commander from the System 7 races. It's that, like, there are no takebacks. Like, the second you explode, like, unfortunately, we saw Kuroda Team Racing, hit that rail, and that was their attempt done. Like, the second you explode, that is it. So, yeah, it's all about consistency with the System 7. But speaking of consistency, Croncy, I mean, we have seen what looks like a very interesting racer separation going on here. We have, of course, these are our three racers in the rear of the pack, actually. One just snagging a rock there as well. As you mentioned, you can strafe up and down to increase and decrease your top speed, but there is definitely a give and take there. If you go too low, you can snag those rocks, and well, you saw exactly what happens when that happens. And so now, I mean, I would love to see what's going on under the hood of that Dragonfly. And I think that's the bend here.
It does appear to be. So it should be any moment now they're going to drop into the water. We're probably going to see some explosions, I would imagine, in a second as they come on through. There you can see those cliff sides. You've got to drop in real softly.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, we're alive! We're alive! That just scares me in my real life.
One incident,
Unfortunately,
Premier
not everyone is
Colonial.
alive. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we lose.
Yeah, we've had a couple of DNFs. I saw a little bit earlier. We also had some DNFs from Garden Racing as well. Which is a little bit unfortunate for first race of the day, but it certainly happens when we are doing these much more dangerous races. Is what they are.
That's
really.
right.
So, very rough, but we
is.
got 2 races today, so it's you gotta try to keep your cool and get ready for the next one, which should hopefully it'll be more competitive, but like less dangerous. You know what I mean? So still the same amount of stress level, just for different reasons.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of the System 7, is that it taxes different kinds of skill, honestly. I mean, oh, there's an explosion right there!
Ooh.
So somebody in 3rd place just got decimated. That was Whitehawk24 from SPG. Yeah. And so that is, of course, the lead pack again there. I think Blackhawks are still leading the way. But yeah, as I was saying, when it comes down to it, there are 2 different kinds of skill level involved with these 2 first 3 races. Like, this is equal parts endurance, but also being able to, how would you say? It's not so much learning a line like the shorter tracks are for the heated race coming soon. It's more about being able to adapt on the fly almost as well.
Yeah, you can't time trial your way through this track. You sort of can in race number 2, but you definitely can't do this today. It's just such a complex and unfortunately sometimes luck-based race, and you kind of you have to minimize all of that variance as much as you can, and sometimes that's not enough, But
yeah.
We've still got some races on the track, and we've got Novak Racing, Elise Motorsports, and Amarok's Fang in the top 3 at the moment. For Novak Racing, we have... Oh, no, didn't we get a... Perhaps it hasn't been updated yet, because they just had their... Oh, no, that was Whitehawk. Sorry, my apologies. We have Comwarf for Novak Racing. For Elise Motorsports, we have Captain Chaos QC, and for Blackhawks, we have Ludox 3997, who proved that they were an amazing Gravlev racer last year.
That's right, and that is our 3-pack again. And kudos again to the Atmo Esports camera crew for giving us these amazingly cinematic shots and risking their misc, or I suppose not their misc, but the Mirai Furies through the canyon here. We have Officer Rondog and Princenza Foxy following these bikes through, and it looks like Ludox is going to be our first racer through with a what was the time? I believe that was
6:56.29.
There we go.
So just
Okay.
sub of 7 minutes. So based on that, you can sort of assume, like, give a couple extra minutes for the last for the slower races there. We're probably looking at about maybe a 50-minute race for race number 1 here. Hopefully, we get to see everyone finish their laps today,
Right.
who is currently remaining, because sometimes it'll get a little bit slower. I don't know if you remember, Maya, the last time that I competed in this, we had a river race. It was the first time we had a river race, and oh no!
Oh no!
Right on the lake. Right on the lake. That is rough.
I thought the lake was going to be one of the safer things to see, honestly.
Once you get onto the lake itself, yeah, but it is the act of getting to the lake, because what might happen, there's sort of like a weird leveling issue that happens between the river and the lake.
Oh, look at
right?
that shot, dude.
That is a great shot. That is fantastic. I can't believe Sevens hasn't exploded yet from that shot. Kind of need like 2 screens, one to see where you're going, one to see where the camera's going.
True. Yeah, you were talking about
so when you move from the river
transition.
to the lake.
Oh
yeah,
no!
Yeah. When you move from the river.
Was that Blackhawks?
Oh god.
Okay. Oh, that was
It
Amarok's
was
Fang.
Big flex
Oh, no.
from Amarok's Fang. Sorry, yes, Amarok's Fang. Yeah. Another one of our favored teams for this year. They're out of race number 1.
Okay, so yeah, Croncy, you mentioned that you've been a Gravlev racer. I mean, you are a Gravlev racer. You have actually raced on this track yourself.
Yes.
What would you do differently? We've seen 5 or 6 contestants explode so far. We have 10 racers
I would
left.
explode less, would be my strategy. No, it's, as I said, because you've just got to remove the variables of the explosion so much in a track like this. I would go, like, the second I turn into the river, I'm going like 20 meters a second.
Right.
I would just be going so very slow. And then especially, once again, when you approach the lake, it feels like it'll be safe. It's not. It truly is just not safe. And so you've got to, once again, go a lot slower, try to transition from the river to the lake a lot smoother so that you don't end up bouncing under the water, which I do hope, and I think it could be possible that when we get the 323 water physics, that stuff may change.
I wonder if 323s. Yeah, I wonder if that's going to actually change how. I mean, like, obviously Gravlev vehicles, they don't float, right? They levitate over the water. So if you're going to be like, making the water choppy and stuff, I don't think it's going to affect the bikes, but maybe it will. Like maybe going in the wake of someone else's vehicle will make you faster or slower.